Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is April 12th, 2022, and the news is brought to you by Analogue Spotlight, a group of photographic retailers and manufacturers who have joined together to support analog photographic media and help keep analog photography thriving worldwide. Thanks to these sponsors, basically the news are open and free for everybody to watch here on YouTube. So talking about sponsors, the link is below, by the way. Let's start with the first one, news from the sponsors. We have Cinestill 400D. It's been in the news for a couple weeks. As you know, it's the new film coming out from Cinestill. They're doing it in a sort of crowdfunding campaign style. And they fully funded for 35mm, for 120 medium format. For 4x5, finally, 10,000 backers, a little bit earlier than 10,000 backers unlocked 4x5 to be available and will be shipped to people. And they've done a surprise. If they hit the 10,000 backers, they've announced that they will be trying to make this film in 220. Yes, 220 film is a film that has been discontinued by Kodak around 2015. I know Fuji also kept it in the market for a little bit longer, if I'm not mistaken. And basically nowadays is only being made by Shanghai all the way in China. 220 film is 120 film, just double the amount. It is just the film format Kodak called it back in the day, and it's 144 centimeters. So if you're shooting a Hasselblad, instead of getting 12 pictures, you get 24. If you're shooting Pentax 6x7, instead of 10 pictures, you get 20 or 21 if you have the 672. If you're shooting a Bronica 645, you're getting 32 pictures instead of 16. You get the picture. So what's the cool news about this? It's a great format. It's been dead for a long time. Only, as I said, Shanghai and China was making it black and white. It hasn't existed in black in color. This is great for photographers that actually are doing weddings, events, editorials, because it keeps you not changing backs all the time. Another good thing about this film format is because it hasn't been available for over a decade pretty much. It's basically, the film backs are really, really affordable. Do take in mind, please, if you buy film backs in 220, make sure that they have light seals changed in CLA, because if not, they're going to just be very expensive rolls to destroy, considering that the price of the film is twice the price of the 120. They are going for another week. Also, they've extended the period of the Kickstarter campaign. Well, it's not Kickstarter, crowdfunding campaign, which gives them the opportunity to try to fund this 220 venture. This is pretty big news, considering that, yes, Cinestill is not making film in their own factory. They're subleasing the production to someone else, but the finishing in 220 hasn't been done in a long time. As far as I know, the 220 film actually has to be made in a different, maybe not thickness, but I know that it has to be, has an anti-scratch layer and so on, because there's a part of the film that doesn't have backing paper to basically fit in the same spool. So the film is just scratching, and I'll air quote scratching because it doesn't have to scratch in theory, against the film back. So this is really cool. To be honest, 220 film is something I didn't expect. Like I mentioned last week, I said I wish it was 800T and 4x5, because that's what I really want myself. But 400D in 220 is pretty big news. Then we have news from Leica. Leica has announced a special edition, as they're very used to it. 28mm Summicron f2 in matte black. This is painted in a matte black color that is not only matte black, but also scratch resistant and dust adherence resistant. So supposedly it won't get so dirty. Plus it has some sort of like, what they call it, transparent green color, which is like almost fluorescent. They're limited edition. They're only making, I think, 450 units or 150. I'm not sure about that, but they're already all sold out, obviously, and now they're already in the market for more. So as usual, Leica is for the collectors and speculators in a way, but it looks really good. This lens also comes with a built-in lens hood, not like the other version. If you still want to get this lens, you can get the normal one. It has no special optical difference to the current model that is not matte black. Then we have news from One Instant. One Instant has sent all their black and white One Instant film, 3,333 one shots. So, you know, single shots, because that's One Instant, that's the name, in black and white. They still have some material left, but they, for the first time, have mentioned the idea of producing new material. We all knew One Instant was using a finite, or, you know, a limited amount of supply. They say that the 100 shots they have, 100 plus shots of 1 instant black and white film will help fund the research for the new material. I hope they've been doing something meanwhile, because I'd be sad if they only starting now to do all the research. They have mentioned in the article, I'll leave a link below, that they've been working with 20 by 24 for the new reagent made from scratch. Now they need a new negative and a new positive and so on. So hopefully this will happen. Do make note that this is for funding basically the next batches of new 1 instant material from new materials, not old stock that they're cutting and using, which is what they've been doing till now, which has been my main concern. Then we have bad news from Street Candy. Street Candy is a film that is repackaged, made available to the public, and it's being available in 2 different ISOs, 400 and 100. And it seems that the maker has decided to stop selling it because film prices for him have gone up 3 times. So he didn't want to sell Street Candy at 15 euros a roll. So Street Candy has come to a stop, sold out the stock, and now is no more. So if you were a big fan of that, you might want to check if there's any available around the market, different retailers and so on. But that will be the end of Street Candy for now, at least. Then we have Orwo with a price increase. This was sent by an email by Lucas, so thank you, Lucas. Orwo price increase. He had some old prices, new prices. He told me some prices have been crazy high differences, but these are for specialty films. They have some sound film, and they have some special negative black and white, no, positive black and white film. That some of it has even gone up 100%. So it was like $500, now it was $1,000. It was $300, now it's $700. I'll leave a screenshot of what he sent me, but it seems the one that we would use on our normal still cameras hasn't gone up that much. I think the can of 54 has gone from 45 or something like that to 48, so that's not that big of a difference. But just in case you guys are shooters, just make sure that you get the last price. Then a surprise from Jobo. Jobo is the basically processing, film tag, and reel manufacturer in Germany. They have come out with, once again, 16mm reels. These will let you develop 110 film, which a lot of people like to shoot. And you can buy a set of Duo from their store, probably will hit retailers soon. Jobo hasn't really come out with any new reels or tanks in quite a while, so it's exciting to see that maybe they are making new parts or new molds for the plastic Jobo. I'm a Jobo user myself, big time fan of the system. I just want to see more of it, especially automatic machines, as we haven't really gotten anything from the automatic machine except the Diva, and I haven't heard much from it. Then we have 7 Artisans with a 28mm f5.6 black lens. It's been hinted on social media as a new lens. Don't get it mistaken with the TT Artisans 28mm 5.6, which has been available in silver. The 7 Artisans is supposedly, said by them, a different company, an entity, and now they're making their own version of a 28F 5.6 for a Leica M mount, but in black, which is super hard to find for the Leica M, because it's like a Leica M copy-ish. Then we have Foma, 100 anniversary 35mm film. First of all, last week I said Foma had gone missing. The social media and the website were gone. While I said it, I edited the news and the website was back, so good news for that. And it seems their social media account, Instagram account, was hacked. It seems that's a trend, so please be careful, guys. And they are making now a 35mm anniversary film. They did this with 120 a while back, like a year ago. Now they're doing the 35mm. This is kind of collectible, so they have some like retro look to the box and the canister. So if you're a fan of Foma or a fan of collecting film paraphernalia, you can go ahead and buy it. It won't last forever. Then we have Pixelator, another sponsor of the news, with the Forster Sprocket 2.0. This is for the Pixelator digitizing solution, which is a holder that has a translucent back, so you can put it on top of your light source. Well, he's made basically a all full frame, and I mean full frame in like the whole frame, including the sprockets, to digitize your film. This is version 2.0. If you don't like the pricing of the 2.0, which is 13 pounds, so it's not that expensive, you do need a Pixelator, be aware of that. You can also have the 1.0 at a discount right now on 35mm. Well, Pixelator.com. Sorry, 35MZ is a Hamish blog, not the Pixelator. So yeah, that is the news for this week. As always, please send an email to the email below if you have any news. I do check it. Sometimes I miss stuff on social media. But yeah, that's the news for today. Thanks to our sponsors to keeping these news live for everybody to watch here for free on YouTube. See you in the next one. Bye.